Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Whimsy with the Z. I am Ben, and we are here with
Dean.
How you doing, Dean?
I'm good.
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year to you too.
So, you weren't on last month. Did you listen to the episode with your parents?
You know what? I tried really hard to find it and I couldn't. I didn't ask him either, but I looked on Spotify and I didn't know the episode name. But I mean, I heard it with my own ears when you guys were recording it, so I already know how it goes, but I want to listen to it.
Because we have a text group now, so we got all you guys in one group chat. Some of you a little bit shyer than others, but we'll get you guys in there. But I'll put the episode in there for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I remember recording it, and you kept walking by and distracting them. And then...
Well, I wasn't distracting them. They were in a space where a lot of us go in and out from. So, I mean...
there you go.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear anything? Granted, that was 6 weeks ago. Did anything jump out that you heard that you want to hear the rest of, or the context of it?
For my parents?
Yeah.
I don't know.
For the most part, it was a pretty fun episode. It was cool to have your dad on there.
You know what? I was kind of surprised to see him there because the day of, my mom just said, "Remember, we have a podcast." I'm like, what? My dad is going on, and I heard him, and he was starting some good conversation, I think.
Yeah.
So good for him.
It was fun to see him. It's not like I didn't expect him. It's just, I don't know, just dads. Sometimes this is like a random podcast about it. Doesn't really seem like a dad thing to do, unless it was a dad podcast. I guess. So, but it was fun. It was interesting to see his opinions and views on things. Every once in a while, he had a slightly different opinion of your mom's. How is it growing up with the two different opinions? Sometimes sometimes consistent, but different viewpoints about it. How does that work when you guys are talking through stuff, when he's like, well, it's not that bad, and she's like, it's horrible?
Well, I mean, for the most part, they are always on each other's side, and they agree for the most part, and they have the same beliefs and stuff like that. Obviously not all the time, but sometimes it can I don't know, what's the word, cause a ruckus kind of, if I tell them something and they think differently from each other, and they just are we're not arguing, but just going back and forth and saying oh, I'm right, this is why, stuff like that. It's nothing bad, but for the most part they do agree with each other, because
Well, it's super cool that they support each other like that. And then at the same time, I find it interesting because it does open up that, you can see that you can still have a healthy debate, and you can have two different ideas or opinions, and it not be the end of the world. It's kind of nice to be able to see two people kind of listen to each other's side, which is interesting. I like that idea. But I loved having them on, the both of them. What is funny though, when you listen to it, your mom, for whatever reason, can't stop using your guys' real names.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. Yeah.
I fixed them. It was fun. Putting in the correct names and everything. She almost gave out your address at one point. She's so funny though.
Yeah, I know. I was walking back and forth and just listening to them, and I heard him, and I turned around because I was in the fridge and stuff. I turned around whenever I heard my name and stuff like that. I'm like, do that. Do not do that. And you're not supposed to. But
Oh, it's funny though. But no, I appreciate them both for coming on, give some insight. Your mom had mentioned that you're looking into work. Has there been any improvement in that in the last month? Or are we waiting for after the first of the year?
I mean, I've been extremely busy these past couple months, so I haven't really had like an opportunity to like research and like to see like what kind of jobs I can even get to in the first place because I am still 14.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's definitely something that I do want to like pick up on, especially because I'm turning 15 kind of like soon.
Okay.
But I mean, a job is definitely something that I do want to get in 2025. That's like kind of my main goal. Just something, obviously there's not going to be one that pays like great, but just like, I guess, get the feel of it and get a little taste of being an adult.
All right. Get some of that money.
Yep.
And then realize you're like, this isn't fun anymore.
I mean, it does involve money, so as long as it does that, I'm motivated.
Find a new appreciation for your parents to be like, oh, work sucks. I'm sorry, I'll do the dishes tonight. Before we talk about what you want to do 25, let's take a couple minutes and look back at 24. I've talked to Alice and Mark already. Let's do 2 parts. What do you remember most? You personally remember most of 24? What are some of the highlights, good and or bad, that you think you'll remember about 2024?
Definitely my last moments in middle school with, I mean, right now I'm in online school, but last year was the time where I was in like an actual public school.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the moments that I had with my friends are like really something that stick with me the most. And, I mean, it was like it's the end of middle school for me, So, right. I mean, just like cherishing it and getting to do like these like fun little things. We went to, well, I didn't go, but they went to like a, what was it? Like a field trip. And like last year we did not go on field trips at all. So last year they went to a field trip on like a whole different city, to like a very fun, like a attraction place. I don't know. But 2024 really brought me closer with most of my friends. It helped me get like out more too. I think in 2024 I got out like the most with like hanging out with my friends and just doing stuff, trying to be more active, trying to get into sports and stuff like that. It was a fail. I didn't get into a sport, but I guess practicing. I did practice for a little while for the sport, but they canceled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anything else kind of big that jumps out for 24? And there's no right answer. I mean,
other than that, like I'm gonna be completely honest, it was pretty uneventful. I mean, my dad worked, and my mom works, and my dad works, and it's been a while since like both of them had like jobs together. I guess like both of them working at the same time, so it's pretty busy and hectic. And obviously, I don't have like a car, or like I don't. And most of my friends like can't pick me up, but other than that, honestly, no. It's been a like overall like chill year.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's my goal for this year, is just a real chill year. Like nothing going on, nothing bad, nothing great. Like I'll do some stuff that's fun, obviously, create some cool memories. But it's kind of nice that like a nice boring year means everybody's nice and healthy. Everybody's like doing okay. There's no big dramas. Like take them when you can get them. And then you're 14. Like I don't know. I don't expect you guys. It's a weird question, but it's curious because it's this idea of tracking what does a 14-year-old remember about the year. So you're like, boom, friends. My kid was the same way. So now the second part of the past 2024 is what like world events, things in the news. What do you remember from 2024? What happened in the world in 2024?
The election.
Awesome. Who ran?
Donald Trump and Kamala.
And what happened? And then what was who did he run with originally in the very beginning?
What?
Trump ran against somebody originally, and then something happened.
Joe Biden, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yes, election year, big year. A lot of stuff happened there.
Yeah.
Anything else that jumps out?
The first half of 24, I don't really remember like too much in terms of like what happened in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of different, like, I'm not gonna name all of them, but there's a lot of like different trends and what was it called? There's this thing called there's this album that came out called Brat or something like that, and that was like a trend for like the whole entire summer.
Who's the biggest musician? Who are some of the biggest musicians of 2024?
I don't like them personally, but Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, all like people that I don't know just people that I guess set like a standard or something like that this year, and they like actually got recognized. I don't know.
No, those are the big ones. The other one was Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift has always been huge, but that stupid tour, the tour got like $2 billion. Pretty crazy.
It is fascinating. It's crazy. Beyonce did a country album. Diddy got in trouble.
Oh yeah, that thing where that Luigi guy killed that United Healthcare CEO.
There you go. Thank you. Nobody remembered that, and that just happened. My kid's like, "What happened?" He's like, "Who?" I'm like, "All right." Yeah, that was a big one. Let's see. And to be fair, I can barely remember half of them, half the stuff too. Most of my stuff was on the pulp culture side.
I think wasn't Hurricane Milton or something?
Yes, came by, just devastated Florida for a minute.
Yep.
Man, it was It's all right. So you know a few things. Nothing. It is curious to see what a teenager remembers in global events. So you did better than most, I think. There's some that are just like, I don't know anything. That's all right. Because it's interesting to see what hits your guys' radars in world events. Because like in theory, right, most of us are all like social media now. So it's like what hits your feeds when you're just swiping through and you're just looking around on the internet and stuff. And then how much of it you actually pay attention to, which is always interesting. Supposedly there was two astronauts got stuck on the space station. I didn't remember.
Oh yeah, they're still stuck up there. I think like they've been there for like I don't know 8 months or something.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like I hope they get back safely.
Oh, well, yeah. So there's always so much, and that's what's interesting about like a 24-hour news cycle is there's so much stuff out, and then like what would have been like the biggest story of the year, two astronauts stuck in space, it only hits like for like 2 or 3 days, and it moves out, and then we bring in something else and some other random drama. Are there any celebrity deaths that you remember that kind of stand out at all? I don't know.
I think I remember like the more recent ones. I don't know the exact name, but I also don't know the character. But that girl from Harry Potter, I don't know, the old lady. that's all.
Yeah, she was on. What was her name? Oh man,
it was like it was Madame something. No,
Maggie. Her name is Maggie something.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. The guy from One Direction.
Oh, yeah.
James Earl Jones, Mufasa, Darth Vader. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there was a bunch of them. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, let's look forward to 25. What are you hoping for to achieve out of 25? Earlier, you said get a job. What else are you looking to do?
Well, in 24, I kind of went to the gym a little bit, and then I slacked off a lot. So I want to try to get to the gym again.
Right.
Let's see. I do want to try to go back to in-person school.
That's interesting. Why do you want to do that?
Well, I mean, again, I miss my friends.
Okay.
And that's really like the only thing too. Also, because like with online school, I mean, I'm thriving. I have A's and B's and stuff like that. But I mean, there's a lot of times. Like even today, I started school today, and I had like a couple of classes that I literally didn't just like pay attention. I left my computer in my room, and I was just like in the kitchen the whole entire time making food. So I think if I go back to in-person school, help my like what's it? Just be more focused and to pay attention.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Have you told your parents this yet?
No. No.
Why not?
I don't know.
You want to try to finish? Are you going to finish out your freshman semester online and then next July go in person? Or are you going to try and do it like before the end of the school year?
Wait, what? Freshman, is it sophomore that's next? I don't know. Sophomore, yeah. For my sophomore year, I'm going to try to go in person.
Okay. That's cool. Because I think episode 1, when we did this, I don't think you would have ever considered going back in person.
Yeah, because like in the beginning, it was all easy and stuff like that. Right. And I had good teachers and I had all A's and stuff like that. But ever since then, my math grade dropped really, really bad. I have like a low B or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I don't like it anymore.
Right, fair enough. Are you glad that you tried the online school? Like, because you were all about it, like the first episode. You're like, this is it. This is amazing. I'm set for life. I know what I'm like. You knew everything was going to like. Your path was set, and now you're kind of like, let's get out of there. Let's try something else.
I mean, yeah, I was pretty excited. Well, yeah, I was pretty excited because I kind of just like mainly wanted to get like a taste of like what the work was like. Honestly, because again, that's like my main priority in high school, just to do good and I guess be more focused. Because again, I did go to online school for all of 7th grade. So I do have that like experience with being online and stuff like that. But I mean, I just wanted a taste of like how the work is, and again, I do miss my friends and like the actual high school experience. Again, we didn't have what was it called? It's called homecoming. We didn't have a homecoming. We don't have like any other like events, honestly, because I mean, our school again, it's for anybody that lives in our state and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to like rearrange events and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's super cool though. Huge props to you for giving it a try and then realizing like the beauty of being a teenager. You can change your mind all day. Yeah. What are some of the, so you mentioned homecoming. What else are you hoping to kind of experience with that, the high school experience, if you're going to go in person? What other things are you looking forward to? And then opposite. What are you scared of? Knowing that you're going to go back and see physical people now.
I think one thing I'm scared of, I mean, personally, like I know I'm smart. My parents tell me I'm a smart kid, but sometimes I'm like a slow learner. So even it's like the simplest things, it's like it takes me a really long time to, I guess, like identify. Like with like arts and crafts, for example, in second grade, I mean, I'm not good at arts and crafts, but I didn't like understand like the fold this side this way and like glue a specific part of the paper, stuff like that.
Right.
And I don't know. Just like I feel like high school is like a bit more complex with those things, if that makes sense. So
Okay.
I don't wanna do that. One thing I am excited for, I don't know, again, this kind of sounds stupid, but like having my own locker.
There you go.
When I went to the gym, my mom went with me like a couple times, and we had our own locker and stuff like that. And she bought like the locker thing or something like that with like where you turn the thing and.
The lock.
Yeah, it was kind of fun to play with around.
Hey,
Also,
it's simple, but those are super cool things to do. Like everybody likes their locker because you can kind of deck it out, and it's nice to know you have your own piece of real estate, like at school.
Yeah. Also, I want to get into the school sports. The one that I'm hoping to go to has a lot of them. So hopefully I get into a team.
Okay. So because it's a regular high school, you have access to obviously more sports. What sports are we looking for?
Volleyball and I don't know if they have basketball. Probably basketball too. Yeah, either volleyball or
height,
basketball.
man, because you got some height.
Yeah.
Are you taller than like everybody in your family right now?
I think so. I'm like.
You seem tall.
I'm almost like 6 foot.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, basketball's yours.
Yeah.
What else are we looking for? You got a trip to Disney coming-ish?
We're supposed to go in December, but we canceled.
Oh, no. I thought it was like earlier. Like, did it bum you out?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to try to go to Disneyland this year, like hopefully. But also, even if not, I want to go back to Colorado.
Okay.
I mean, it's really beautiful out there, and we went during the winter the last time we went. So I guess just it being more warm and stuff like that. We went on like a mountain, I think, or something like that, and like our knees were covered with snow. Like it was really deep and really horrible. But I don't know, just hoping to travel a lot more. I mean, we don't really go like to different places besides like 1-2 cities because of like family or like if there's like a funeral or something like that. So I guess just traveling more and having fun.
Well, sorry that it's expensive to go to Disney right now. Disney is in the process of doing this thing where they're just raising all the prices so much that it's crazy. Like it's almost impossible now to take a family of 4 or 5 to go to Disney anymore. Like it's the craziest thing. Is there an idea that it gets postponed and you go later this year?
Wait, can you say that again? Because you like kind of cut out. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Is there a plan to go to Disney later in the year?
I mean, Disney's something that my parents been talking about for years now, so it's kind of like hard to say like when. Even if like if we're like planning to go this year, because I mean, I don't want to say too much, but like my dad lost his job and now he's working again. So like obviously, there's more things I have to like prioritize. But I mean, if so, it's probably gonna be like during the end of the year too, when my sister's birthday comes up, because that's originally when we were going to go in 2024. But obviously that didn't happen. So just to give my sister something special, because this year she's turning 13, which is kind of crazy to me.
She'll be a teenager.
Yep, I'm scared for that.
Why are you scared for that?
I don't know. I feel like she's gonna change a lot. Not like in a bad way, but a way that I can't like get used to, or like I don't know.
Here's a fun question. Have you noticed a change in your sister since doing the podcast?
Yeah, I have. I feel like she's been more happier recently. I don't know if that's because of the podcast, though.
I don't know, because both your parents said they see little changes, and then I'm not taking all the credit for it, but the idea of you guys talking a little bit outside your comfort zones in the beginning, they do see little changes in like your guys' confidence. Like if I can point out, you and we do these via video. You're more center and standing up, like you're sitting up in center screen, as opposed to like in the very beginning where you're like ducked down in the corner.
Yeah, well, when I tilted like the laptop up so you can only see my hair.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting to kind of just, even over just the 7 conversations we've ever had, just little things where you're just like, it's kind of cool to kind of talk about myself a little bit and like kind of just work through certain things. I think 13 is gonna be fantastic. I'm curious to see what she has planned for 13.
Me too.
How'd you like talking with Mark?
You know what? I feel like pretty bad because I didn't talk as much. I mean, he's a really nice guy and he's pretty cool and he has good interests and stuff like that. But I mean, like the first time it was like pretty awkward because that was the first time I ever like saw his face, first time I ever talked to him, like ever. I didn't even know he existed like until this podcast started.
Right.
So it was pretty awkward. I feel kind of bad for not talking that much, and there's a lot of distractions that day too that I had. But overall, it was pretty nice to get to know the other kids.
Right. I think we're going to try and start setting those up again. Have you talked to Alice, Pinky, and then back to Mark again or something like that? It was, I don't think it wasn't a bad episode. It was funny because it was definitely an awkwardness in the beginning, but after you guys both stopped thinking about the awkwardness, you guys had a fairly decent conversation with each other, which is always fun. Definitely different than like your sister. Your sister is just like, hey, everybody. Let me. She was
Yeah, me and my parents were in the living room and stuff like that. I don't even know how long it was or something like that. I just hear her talking and talking and talking, which isn't a bad thing, but like that's crazy. I wish I had that.
She's running out, grabbing cats and bringing them back in.
I know.
She's so cool.
She's amazing. I love her. Yeah.
And I think part of it is that she is younger. Is she still has that childlike innocence, whereas like every once in a while you carry like so much on your shoulders that it's hard for you to relax a little bit. So you can get there. You're definitely there with me now. Like definitely, I remember those first couple episodes when you came back on and you're like, I don't think I give you enough. And now, boom, gold. All I get from you is gold. So
thank you.
That's super fun. Have you told any friends, family about the podcast?
I mean, I have told a couple of my friends, but I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I haven't really been talking to anybody recently. So I mean, again, not recently, but I have told them like in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'll probably tell them more now because I mean, I feel like each episode I make, it's like better and better. So we can see that compared to like my first episode.
Right. You're like, listen to these, but don't listen to the first two.
Right. Yeah.
Do you think we're because I talked to Alice's mom, and Alice's mom is like, we need to promote this thing. We need to get this thing out there. And I think we will eventually like push harder for it. But I like the idea of just, I like what we're still doing. It might not be reaching as many people, but it's still the first year that we've done it. So I think we work out some kinks, let everybody kind of just grow a little bit. Boom, next year.
Yeah.
We'll do it. So I appreciate you definitely, taking time and then just growing over the last couple of months. And it's fun to see you do that and to be a little bit of a part of that. So anything else going on in 25?
I don't think so.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions other than going to the gym?
I want to be nicer towards like other people. I don't do New Year's resolutions.
Just the way you said it was so fun. It's like, nah, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I typically don't either. I did this year, only in that I want to lose some weight. So part of like normally I agree with you. Like most of the time, I don't do a New Year's resolution because I try to be a decent person all year, every year. So like the idea that I need to reaffirm that every year seems silly to me. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm like, I've been trying to live that every year, all year. But this year I'm like, specifically, I'm like, I got to lose some weight. I'm the heaviest I've been I think ever. So it was just kind of like that. And it's weird because it's similar to what you guys did in the beginning where you're like, oh, I want to work out because I don't like the way I look. And I'm like, you guys look like teenagers. And I'm just like, I'm the same way now. I'm like, I don't like the way I look.
Yeah.
So it's normal and it doesn't kind of go away. But I don't know. I guess the only difference between you and me is like you don't have to panic so much about it. Whereas it's like it is interesting because it's an internal thing. Like it's the way you kind of look at yourself. Nobody else is walking around thinking like, oh, look at you, you're a mess. It's just you. Like all this negativity, like all those negative thoughts, they're just mostly from you, which is crazy. So yeah. So I'm going to lose a little bit of weight with you guys. Try to stay active, stay healthy. I think is the important thing is if I lose weight, it means I'm healthier, which means I can be in doing more stuff and I don't have to like worry about anything. So
Yeah.
all right. That's all I got for you. I just wanted to kind of just get a feel for what you guys are doing moving forward, and then this idea of like what do you guys remember of 24. I'm trying to think. I don't know what we're gonna do next month. Valentine's Day is coming up next month. Got a girlfriend?
Huh?
Got a girlfriend?
No.
Doing anything for Valentine's Day?
I never do.
I don't either. So maybe we'll record that day.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's all I got. Definitely, you're welcome to jump into the group chat. It's right now. There's nothing really going on. I just ask a question every once in a while. You're welcome to jump in. But I think that was one of the things that came out of last year was getting you guys talking more with each other. Alice's mom wants. We're going to have to do some more like get to know you episodes because Alice's mom wants to know what everybody's listening to, like what's all on your guys' Spotify playlists. She wants copies of everybody's Spotify playlists because she's curious on because a lot of you guys listen to the same music she used to. So she's like, I want to hear it. So I don't know. We'll have some fun. When do you get out of school? June or July?
I think it's in I actually don't know. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. My schedule is like, I don't know most about it until like literally the day of or like the day before. Um, but I think from our announcements, like, I'm not like over exaggerating when I say this. Like, I'm pretty sure like early May.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a couple more episodes. I think we'll take a small break in the summer, kind of give
Okay.
you guys 2 months to just let you guys do your summer things. But we'll do a wrap up for school, and then we'll invite you guys back again. So we got like 4 more months to kind of just iron out the rest of the school year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I just have to write 4 more episodes. Is basically what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
I should make you guys come up with episodes. Maybe we'll do that for next year. Now that you're all comfortable and we'll get you talking with each other more, have all of you guys come up with your own topics.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Nailed it. All right. Well, I appreciate you taking the time and hanging out with me today. So, overall, are you doing good? Are you happy? Everybody's, for the most part, good?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, if you obviously need anything, definitely reach out. Let me know. Take care, and we'll hang out again next month.
You too. Thank you.
Whimsy.